Hello everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome back to a Snuggly Monkey unboxing, the first one of the new year. It's been quite a while since I've done a live, since before I took the long winter break, which was wonderful. Things are back. I'm all caught up on orders, so we're back to regular processing times. Been really busy with all of that and placing tons of orders to restock the store. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning, or afternoon, I guess it's afternoon now. Couple of quick updates. We are jumping back into open studios every month. The next one coming up will be on Saturday, January 28th, is it? Whatever that last Saturday in January is. That's going to be our first open studio of the year. Those are the days where I open up the space for the public and you can come in and shop in person. No appointments needed. We're open from 10 until 5, and you're welcome to drop by if you're in the area. So the January 28th will be the next one, and then we'll have another one in February. I'll be posting the dates really soon for all of the open studios. I know there's lots of folks that are waiting for the class schedule. I'm working on that. I've got some stuff going on in my personal life that's kind of affecting my schedule, so I'm trying to figure all of that out, but I'll get the class dates out as soon as I can. And I've got several boxes here that I'm going to dive into in just a second. I know lots of folks are waiting for the 100 Ladies sampler. Those are not in this box, but the good news is that according to tracking, the box with the restock of those samplers should be arriving here tomorrow, hopefully by midday. So if you are hoping to get one of the 100 Ladies Nissan samplers, those should be in by tomorrow afternoon. The best way to be the first one to find out when they are back in stock is to head over to the listing on snugglymonkey.com and click on that button that says notify me when available. Enter your email address. That doesn't put you on my newsletter or anything. It just notifies you as soon as those samplers hit the store. You'll get an email saying they're back in stock. I believe I'm getting 25 of the white ones, 7 of the smoky blue ones, and I think 14 of the pale gray ones. The rest of my order is back ordered, and there's no date on when the next shipment will be available, but that's what should be coming in tomorrow afternoon. So if you're wanting one of those 100 Lady samplers, either keep an eye on the shop tomorrow afternoon, evening, or sign up for one of those email alerts, and you'll be notified as soon as they're back. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. Like I said, since I got back, I've had several shipments arrive. Stuff that has come in already that I've already put away. I got a big shipment from Nerge. So the Nerge hoops, those are all of the square embroidery hoops, the flexi hoops, the plastic square ones. All of those are now back in stock. I also received my shipment from So Fine Thread Gloss. So the way that they now do their wholesale orders is they only open up for wholesale orders a couple of times a year. And because she works in small batches, it takes a while for us to get our orders. So if you are interested in some So Fine Thread Gloss, my stock is really good right now because that box just came in. So be sure to snag that. And there are a couple of new scents that she sent over, or that I ordered this time around. They aren't up on the website yet, but they are strawberry and one called Fantasy. So those will be up pretty soon. But all the other ones, I'm staring at them right now to remember. It's the lavender, vanilla bean, raspberry lemonade, lime and sugar, all of those, pumpkin latte. I have one more Harvest Moon left. All of those are back in stock. So if you like So Fine Thread Gloss, that came in the other day, and those are up on the website. This box that I just opened is packed full of the KZ Stevens sewing patterns. So what's in here is the hand-stitched round-bottomed bag. The side handle gusset tote is in here. The modern Japanese rice pouch is in here. And the 1 yard shirt pattern should be in here as well. Yeah, the 1 yard minimalist. So all 4 patterns will be back in stock. Lots of folks often ask what the difference is between these 2 patterns. The main difference, this one has instructions for using your sewing machine to construct the bag. This one has instructions for doing it completely by hand. The other main difference is that this one has a square bottom and this one has a rounded bottom. So if you, all the pictures of both both covers of both patterns are on the website, so you can compare them more closely there. But you can see the difference in the pictures of what they look like. Otherwise, they're pretty similar in size. It just depends on whether you want to use your sewing machine or whether you want to sew it completely by hand. This is the pattern. The sewing machine one is the one that I use when I teach the modern rice pouch class, which there will be. I will be offering that virtually via Zoom this kind of winter session. That's a 2-part class. In the first part of that class, we do some Boro-inspired stitching to create the outside of the bag, and then in the second class we go through actually stitching the bag together. So keep an eye out for that if you like doing classes. And as always with these unboxings, the things that I'm showing you, I'm opening the boxes right in front of you, so I haven't had a chance to put all this stuff into the computer yet. So as soon as I'm done here, I will log it all in and you'll see all this repopulate in the shop within the next like half hour to an hour or so. Because of the holidays and the break and all of that, the stock on all sorts of stuff has been really low. So what's in these boxes is a restock of all of the kind of stuff that I try to keep in here all the time, like the Nishikito metallic thread. You guys have really liked this holiday season. My stock is down to almost nothing, so this is a really good restock of all of the colors of the metallic thread should be in here. We've got some of the Bowen needles. These are my favorite embroidery needles. These are the ones that I personally use almost all the time now. This is the multi-pack. It's the sizes 3 through 9. I really like Bowen needles because I find them very strong. I tend to hold my needles way too tight sometimes, and I will bend needles. I don't bend Bowen needles. Like, they stay really nice and straight. They're super sharp. I have poked myself many times and drawn some blood, so be careful because they are very sharp, and they have a good size eye, so they work really well with both embroidery floss and pearl cotton. It's easy to switch between the two, or if you like using 4, 6 strands of embroidery floss instead of just 2, they have a really nice eye. And with needles, remember that the smaller the number, the bigger the needle. So the size 3 needle is actually the biggest needle that's in here. The size 9 needle is the smallest needle that's in here. So this pack gives you kind of the opportunity to try out what feels best in your hand, what you like stitching with the most. So those are my favorite embroidery needles. That's what I use all the time. What else is in here? We've got some of the Jennifer Jangles 30-day sampler kits. We have some of the Kofutsumugi Sashigo coaster kits in the mustard color, which is really, really popular. Kofutsumugi, you're going to be seeing a lot of this year. Olympus is coming out with several different new samplers that use this fabric. What Kofutsumugi is back in traditional times, it was actually a silk fabric that was made in Japan that used a different color in the weft. So it gives it this kind of this texture in there that kind of like the Essex linen where you have different colors woven in. So you've got the mustard color, but you also have some like black speckles in there. This modern fabric is now made out of all cotton. There's no silk in there, but it still has that same, it's very soft and it has that texture to the background, so it's not just a flat color. You've got the mustard in there, but it's got different shades, and you've got a little bit of the black shooting through there. And it comes in all different shades. This is the mustard, there's navy, there's red, there's purple. So like I said, you'll be seeing, if you like this background to do sashiko on, there is a lot more coming out soon. Olympus is also coming out, which I'm super excited about. They're coming out with new sashiko colors within the next couple of weeks, I believe. There's going to be new solid colors, but what's super exciting, they're coming out with a metallic line of, or an étoile line of sashiko thread. So what that is going to be is a sashiko thread that has a metallic filament woven through it. So it's not going to be it won't be like full-on metallic like this. It's going to be the matte sashiko thread, but with just a little bit of sparkle to it. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun to stitch with, and I'm really excited about that. So that's coming. I don't have a date on when those are going to be available, but I did see the colors, and they're really, really pretty. So that's exciting stuff that's coming from Olympus in the next couple of months. What's in here? Here we've got some of the Eversewn 4-inch hoops are in here, which I'm sure you've heard me talk about many, many times. I love those Eversewn hoops. We've got some of the Kai embroidery scissors. Kai scissors, they're made in Japan. They are super sharp. They're just really, it's a real, if you're looking for like a nice, good quality scissor that's going to last you for a really long time, the Kai scissors are great. They're not super fancy. They're not super, you know, if you're looking for cute, I've got plenty of cute, but if you're looking for something that's just really sturdy, functional, is going to last a really long time, Kai is a really nice brand to look into. And speaking of Kai, these guys have been out of stock for several months. I made a reel about them back in November, and they sold out really quickly. So the Kai seam ripper is now back. This comes in pink, green, and purple. And if you want to see how it works, head over to the video tab on my feed, and you'll see a reel that has this as the main picture. Take a look at it, and I demo exactly how these work. These are great seam rippers. The blade is kind of encased in this plastic here so that you can't cut yourself, which is really nice and handy. But they rip open. If you've sewn something you don't like, you put it in the seam, it rips it right open very, very easily. Anyway, these are back because they have been out for a while. Something else that is back and that has been out for a while is the Eversewn needle pullers, which I believe is what's in this box here. Yes. All right. So Eversewn needle pullers are back. What these are, very similar to the Little House needle pullers that are super duper popular. These help you grip your needle so that you can pull it through a sticky place. Works really well, not just for working with thick fabrics, but for things like hand quilting. It's really handy. The Kantha quilt that I'm still working on, I use the Little House version, but these kinds of needle grippers, it just makes it a lot easier if you're using a needle in a repetitive way like that. It actually makes you move a lot faster, and it kind of protects your fingers as well. The difference between these and the Little House ones, the two that come in the pack are the same size. They come in small, medium, and large. The small, they're Japanese sized, so the small is really small, like almost childlike small. I use a medium and a large. I use a medium on this finger and a large on my thumb. The Eversewn ones, they come with a medium and a large, so it actually comes mixed with the two sizes already. These are thinner than the Little House ones. They're less expensive. These are made in China. The Little House ones are made in Japan. So they work in a very similar way, but the material that's used to make these is thinner than the Little House one, so they rip more easily. You just have to be a little bit more gentle with these in taking them on and off because it's easier to rip them because they're made of a thinner material. So, but if you want to give this kind of tool a try, that's a great, I believe that these are like $350, $375. So it's a great way to try them, see if you like that, and then maybe move on to the Little House ones, which are really nice. But again, if you want two different sizes, you'll have to buy two different packs and kind of mix and match them. All right. What else is in this box? Some of the 7-inch Eversewn hoops are in here. We've got the Miyako bag handles in black. If you've never seen these bag handles, what these are is they let you take a yard of fabric and turn it into a bag with no sewing. It has instructions in here in English on how you knot and weave your fabric into the little notches that are in the handle, and to turn it into a cute little bag. Really easy to do. There's different ways to do it. The instructions here give you one method of doing it. There used to be a manual that I sold that gave you 3 other patterns that you could use to make different styles of bags, but I think they've stopped printing that because I haven't been able to get that in about a year or so. But if you go to the Miyako website, they have the instructions there. It's actually a French company, so the instructions are in French, but Google Translate, you can figure out how that works. So these are the black handles, and the other day we actually got a restock of the nude, blue, and camel color as well. So there's several different colors available there. This here is the Clover Chocopy tracing paper. And what this is a great way to help you transfer patterns onto fabric. It works the same way, like way back in the day that Xerox paper used to work. You put the ink side down on your fabric, and then you use a stylus to trace your pattern. So fabric, Chocopy paper, your pattern on paper, and then you trace the pattern with your stylus. This paper will then transfer your design onto the fabric. The great part, and where this comes in really handy, is if you're trying to transfer onto dark fabrics, because it has a white and a yellow in here, so it makes it really easy to transfer designs. Great way to transfer sashiko patterns onto denim. If you have a pattern printed out you want to transfer over, this is a really easy way to get that over onto your fabric. And it's chalk-based, so it washes away once you wash it. All right, let's see what's in the next box. Oof. Like I said, these are really, really big boxes. When I haven't been busy filling orders in the last week or so, I've been busy putting orders in to try to get everything back to normal stock levels. So they're on the way here should be a good restock of Au Ver à Soie. The silk pearl thread sets should be on their way. We've got stuff coming from Olympus. Some of the new stuff should be in that box as well. So lots of stuff coming. Speaking of sashiko, we've got restocks of lots of the most popular sashiko samplers, the Kazeguruma 2, which is what we use in the Sashiko 101 class, which again, as soon as I get the class schedule published, I will be offering Sashiko 101 as both virtual via Zoom and here in person in the studio, so keep an eye out for that. The mixed pattern sampler, which is a lot of fun, is in here. We've got some of the Soline mechanical white pencils. The Sashiko Christmas tree. I've gotten questions about this because several of the colors, I believe, have been discontinued. I was able to get the navy, I can't get anymore. The red, I can't get anymore. So this is the black fabric. I was also able to get 1 or 2 of the teal and green tea, but I believe they're discontinuing this Christmas tree, so I'm not actually sure whether it's going to be available for the 2023 holiday season. So if you've had your heart set on the Christmas tree, you might want to grab one, because like I said, from what I'm seeing, I believe these are being discontinued. There are some new Christmas trees that I've seen pictures of that might be coming in for similar large panels, but if you really want, but they don't have these ornaments on them. This Christmas tree stitches up at about 43 inches by 24 inches, I believe, and then you have the whole ornament panel, and each one of the ornaments stitch up, I think it's at like 3 inches each. So you actually get a lot in this package over here. What else is in here? Oh, the Styla pens are in here. These are the The ceramic pens, I was talking about these a lot before I went on vacation. This is what I used to draw out the sashiko sampler that I designed when I was talking about how for the longest time I've used the Kanda pen to draw out my patterns, but I'm finding that line a little bit too thin for my eyes, which are getting more tired, to see clearly in the dark or in the evening. So I started using this one, and I love it. The markings, this is a water erase pen, so it doesn't erase with the air. It lasts plenty of long for you to be able to do your stitching. I drew my sampler out a good month ago now, a little bit longer than a month, and the lines are still just as vibrant as they were when I drew them out a month ago, so they don't erase with time or with air. And I tested it on several different kinds of fabric, and it erases with water very, very easily. So folks had been asking me about these. They are here. They're in this box, so they'll be back in stock later on this afternoon. Lots and lots of sashiko samplers are in this box. We've got more of the coaster kits. The Four Seasons one is in here. We've got a good restock of some of the tulip needles. These are the easy threading needles that are in here. Oh, how cute. Well, that was unexpected. So these are brand new. I ordered these last March of 2022, and here they are in this box. So these are little pins, and they have little campers on the top. Super duper cute, like little vintage campers that look like this. So I will get these listed up in the shop, and you'll see these soon. These are from Riley Blake, I believe. Yeah, these are Riley Blake sewing pins. So super cute. It's funny because I order things, you know, and all I see most of the time is the picture on the website, so I don't actually get to see these things until they're here in person, so I hadn't seen them, and they are super duper cute. I like them. All right. What else is in here? This is a huge box. There's all sorts of treasures down here. Oh, I was talking about Kai scissors. These, if you're looking for a tailor scissor or a large shear for cutting larger pieces of fabric, Kai does make a larger shear with this nice teal handle. I also have my personal favorite, and what I use here in the shop is the LDH 9-inch fabric shear, I think is what they call it, because of the weight. I find that heavier weight scissors make it easier for me to cut long pieces of fabric. So if that's what you're doing, if you're cutting long pieces of fabric, the weight will kind of make it easier to do that. So that's why I really like the LDH ones. They have a really nice, good, strong weight to them. They're very sharp. These are, if you're looking for a more lightweight, but with a very good sharp blade, these would fit that bill. They're not very heavy at all, but they have a really nice, they have a sharp tip, but they have a really nice sharp blade as well, and they come with the blade cover. All right, yeah, this box is just jam-packed full of stuff. We've got one of the kakehari clamp, this is the actual kakehari, and then the table clamp, I'm sure, is in here somewhere. We've got a restock of the little sashiko pocket guides, which are so popular. Those are in here. What else? These are the Clover White marking pens. Again, also did a reel on these last in December, right before I left, where I was comparing the Iron Away white marking pens. This is the Clover version, and then there's the Bowen version, and I like them both. They both work really well. Yet again, actually, I think I have those right here. Maybe not. The samples that I did with both of these should have been in that drawer, but they're not there. I did these back in early December, and the markings on the samples are still there a month and a half later. So the Clover one erases with either a hot iron or with water. The Bowen one erases only with heat. But the markings erase really well. Have you tried the Kawaguchi white ink heat erasable pen? No, I have not. I will look for that. I haven't even heard of that one, so I will. I haven't tried that one. But I'm really happy with both the clover and the bowen ones. I find that they work really well. They fit in the if you like using any of the Sashiko stencils, these pens fit in these grooves, so it makes it really easy to trace the stencils. That's always been a question, is what do I use to trace the stencils? The white pencil, clover pencil, will work, but you have to kind of mold the tip of it to be able to get it into these creases, because the tip can be a little bit thick, but the tip of these pens fits in these grooves really well, so it's a really easy way to use these stencils to transfer your Sashiko designs onto whatever fabric you'd like. So, all right, my friends, the boxes that are left, it's a lot more of exactly all this kind of stuff. All of the basics that I always try to keep in stock here in the store: needles, pens, Sashiko patterns, hoops. That's what's in all of these boxes. So give me a chance to get all of this logged into the computer, and within the next hour or so, if you have any of the back in stock alerts, you will probably start seeing those popping into your mailbox this afternoon. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you weren't here for the beginning, if you have been waiting on the 100 Ladies sampler, I posted a picture of what it looks like last weekend. They should be here tomorrow. The tracking says that they should be here by noon. So keep an eye on the store if you are looking for one of those tomorrow afternoon. Last weekend and every time I have posted those, they sell out really, really fast. And I know folks get really disappointed when they sell out fast, but I don't have a lot of control over that kind of thing. So if you have been waiting for one, make sure to keep an eye out tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, you guys will see me again soon. I'm back. I will start posting more regularly again. I've taken quite the social media break. It's been kind of lovely, but I will be getting back to posting. As I mentioned, the next open studio will be happening on Saturday, January 28th. And I should have more boxes to open and share with you next week. So, all right, my friends, have a wonderful week. Hope you're all doing great and having a wonderful start to the new year. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye.